A very good afternoon. Welcome to UBC Lunchtime News with me, Maureen Babidie, on this 14th of April, 2025. Welcome back from the Palm Sunday holiday, and this week kicks off the Holy Week. So on to our first report in our news today. The Uganda Parliamentary Forum to End Child Marriage and Teenage Pregnancy has met with key stakeholders, including the United Nations Population Fund, Raising Teenagers Uganda, and others to devise actionable solutions to safeguard young girls from child marriage and teenage pregnancy. Members of Parliament cited the urgent need for increased funding through the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development, which they say is essential for community sensitization and empowering girls with the knowledge and support needed to avoid these harmful practices. We have more details.
Too much for us as members of Parliament.
I like the way Honorable says it. It's an empowering word. So let us.
The chant was restorative. It helped us. So for me, I
want us to get into groups of two.
Can we, in this room right now, develop accountability tools that we will be able to use? Now, this tool will check, as a responsible stakeholder, the police, this is a case that has been handled. What was your participation? What was your stake in this case? As a local leader, LC1, Councillor 3, Councillor 5, LC 5, a member of Parliament, what has been your contribution towards this particular case?
Do they have any information about reproductive health? Are they senior enough to talk to these girls? How do we sieve them? How do we choose them? What criteria is used in schools to choose on senior women?
Better appropriations take place. That's why members are saying the Ministry of Gender and Ministerial Policy Statement is being presented. It's an opportunity for us to ask what's there for teenage pregnancies, what's there for early marriages, what's there for adolescent sexual reproductive health.
Continue to work with different stakeholders like religious leaders, cultural leaders, the community, the media, the members of the parliament. This is a whole society approach. We have been working together the last 20 years and the statistics are not improving. Something needs to change. We cannot continue to do the same things and expect a different results.
About engaging men and boys as allies, because we realize that they're the perpetrators and they're also involved actively in these teenage pregnancies and child marriages. So if we put them on board, we are going to be able to have a collective effort and a collective fight. We have also talked about how law is a very powerful tool in empowering and sensitizing the youth and sensitizing the citizens of Uganda about the importance of protecting young girls and women from child marriage and teenage pregnancies.
Together we can end.
Thank you for that report. Now let's take you to our first story this afternoon. President Museveni has called on leaders to address persistent bottlenecks undermining government service delivery and social transformation. These bottlenecks, according to him, include sabotage of free education, healthcare system, corruption and land grabbing. The president made the remarks while meeting about 200 chief administrative officers, town clerks and undersecretaries at State House in Entebbe.
They have acquainted you with the 3 historic commissions, which is to create prosperity, strategic security, and using the brotherhood of the African people to do it, which includes regional integration. For the issue of jobs, the solution is the other four sectors: agriculture, manufacturing, services, and ICT. But all this is around principle number 3 of the NRM, social economic transformation. This is how you transform people. Through wealth creation and education. There are two channels how the society can be changed. People can be changed from being peasants to becoming modern people, either through money making or business or through education. Two channels. Now, all these need a stable atmosphere, politically and security-wise. The army is providing security, but we also need to provide stability, social and political stability. Now you, the cows and the city clerks, I just want to mention that there are a few irritants to the public. Irritants. And I can remember maybe 3 or 4. Number 1, school fees in government schools. These school fees in government schools are a big irritant to the poor people. That's why we had abolished the school fees from 1996, 97, when we introduced UPE, USE. But in your districts, the head teachers, together with a few rich people on the PTA, they keep bringing back these charges in schools, covered using this excuse, using that excuse. And as a result, many of the children drop out of school. If you see the completion rate in your areas, it's very low. The children who should be leaving P7 to S1, very few. Many drop out. This is a big irritant to the poor families. Even when we give them the PDM, then what they earn is consumed by these school charges. So where we're heading, we want to insist on no school charges in government schools, so that the children of the poor study free. And in order to do that, we need day schools. We don't need boarding schools, because boarding schools generate additional costs which have nothing to do with education. Sleeping, eating, showering. You can go and shower at home.
In more news, higher institutions of learning have been urged to embrace science, technology and innovation so as to remain relevant and impactful to society by building solutions that avert poverty, disease and ignorance for economic transformation. The remarks made by Professor Buyinza Mukadasi, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Academic Affairs and Research at Makerere University, during the official opening of the day's workshop for the College of Engineering, Design, Art and Technology of Makerere University. We have more.
This is your gateway to engaging in the Q&A conversation later today. Breathe it in. The journey starts now.
As you know, the world is changing, especially in our fields of technology. Things are changing so fast, and including the learning methods, including technology and the learning paradigms. So we need to check ourselves and see whether we are giving the best to our society and also we are giving the best to our students. we see that in other countries, universities are playing a key role in social transformation. So how can we strengthen our university so as to play a key role in the social transformation of Uganda? We are focusing on the National Development Plan 4. What are the aspirations have been incorporated within NDP 4? And how can we pick those aspects that we as the College of Engineering, Design, Art and Technology can improve or can embark on so as to contribute to the national development?
Any modern university world over needs to really consider the 5 components. And these 5 components, if you want to remain relevant and impactful to society, you need to consider the 5 components seriously. One of the components is really, it is to do with the multidisciplinary approaches, for example. You need, no discipline can stand and solve the current challenges in society. We need to build together, collectively, with different disciplines, the solutions that we require to avert poverty, diseases, and ignorance that have really impeded our growth for so long. The other one is the integration of technologies. Currently, we are talking about artificial intelligence and virtual reality, and also big data analytics. These are things which really inform a modern university in that whatever decision you take must be informed by data, evidence-based. And we are getting this data through, of course, not only artificial intelligence, but through simulation of the challenges of the time. The third one is really something to do with the industry, university-industry partnerships. Universities generate knowledge. We train the human resource, but we cannot solve all the problems in society. We need to go and work with industry, because industry is the manufacturing organ which manufactures the products that are used by society. Therefore, we have gone into partnerships. This is why we now take our students on internships. We conduct applied research. All of this helps us to, of course, bridge the gap between the university and the industry.
Thank you so much for that report. Now, in the modern day where women are getting empowered in society and making more use of technology, women have been urged not to desist from the idea of being problem solvers. This clarion call was made at a women engagement in Kampala, where several influential women in Uganda called on to fellow women to be impactful. Our reporter Marion has more.
Your gateway to engaging in the Q&A conversation later today. Breathe it in. The journey starts now. Good morning, ladies.
But imagine she's reached that pinnacle of success and says, I thought I had it, but I'm empty. You know what's interesting? There's more. There's more. Do you realize that even those who have it all often discover painfully that the world's everything is absolutely nothing? Do you know how many of you are in this room because you pursued
In more news, a second-year Makerere University student has announced intentions to stand for President of Uganda come 2026. Being an economics student, Brighton Nyesigamuka says his interest in the highest office of the land is backed on inspiration to transform Uganda economically. Nyesigamuka was addressing the media at Makerere University, where he revealed his plans to lead Uganda.
Upon appreciation of the Constitution of Uganda without age limit for the post of president, a 23-year Brighton Nyesigamukama has declared interest to contest for presidency in the general elections of 2026.
I know most of Ugandans are yearning for a change of leadership, and most of Ugandans are unemployed, especially youth. And I'm here to inform the whole country, that when we are put in power, we shall make sure that there are more employment opportunities in Uganda.
The main academic document for presidency in Uganda is Senior 6 certificate, which he confirms to possess and intends to utilize his economic experience to transform the economy.
I stand here today greatly humbled by the opportunities before us, mindful of the challenges we face. And I want to tell you, countrymen, that the challenges we face are real. They are many and they won't be met easily. They will not take a short time to meet them, but I promise you one time we shall meet them.
The demographic status of Uganda is another pillar which gives Brighton confidence and commits to prioritize the needs of the young from what he termed as modern slavery.
We look at having policies that regulate exploitation of labor in any inappropriate manner. If any person in Uganda, we do not discourage them from getting jobs. But if any person is qualified for a job outside this country, we have to go through the right means. This person must be protected in the country he or she is going to.
This is our time to lift our nation from the dark side of unemployment, corruption, and dictatorship, sunlight path of employment opportunities and freedom. Dear countrymen, this is now time to lift our nation and to make our friendships as Ugandans from strangers to strong and bold rock of brotherhood.
It should be noted that Ugandan laws allow any interested individual to contest for the top office in Uganda for as long as that person completed Senior 6 without stipulated age limit and experience. Cayenne Faith for UBC.
Thank you, Cayenne, for that report. The chairman, board governors at Destiny Christian High School, Reverend Wasaja Serwambala, has urged youth to refrain from divisive politics as Uganda approaches the general elections scheduled for early next year. Take a look.
They have to analyze the situation and see how we can enter it, because there are lots of things which people do which are not good, which are not really blessed by God. And we think that these students should take time to really make a question, because given their years, they may not really think critically of such situations, but in the normal respond emotions. So they should restrain their emotions and analyze the candidates, and where possible, they also go through to
hearing people who are helpful to the community and among others. That's what we want them to represent us in the society, to be helpful.
It is very important in such a way that when they come, they leave, they remind their friends what they have gone through, and they also leave a legacy behind the incoming generation. They also transfer their appreciation not only from their parents but also their teachers. Very few people appreciate their teachers.
Now we'll take a short break and return with business news.
I don't make you happy. All that time you would be complaining. I'll call you every day, yeah yo, baby don't know.
You can now get all the Chibuzi out with MTN voice bundles. Call all Some networks could be Dondoro. Buy a 25-minute voice bundle for only 1,000 or buy any daily voice bundle of your choice. Dial *100 *21 hash and select daily or use the My MTN app. When we talk together, we are unstoppable.
The Office of the Prime Minister informs the general public that the country will be characterized by heavy rains from the month of March to May 2025. The public is advised to undertake the following measures to mitigate the devastating impacts of the heavy rains. Clear the drainage channels to avert flash floods. Cover all manholes and avoid walking and driving in flooded road sections. Trim the old or hanging tree branches near buildings and over the roads. Notify the authorities about the disasters caused by the rain in your area. Ensure that school-going children are accompanied to and from school by adults. And lastly, follow the weather updates provided by the Department of Meteorological Services. Please be safe.
Amazina ganje ninyetekwa Seruhanga John Bosco induga mu district ya Rukungiri ndio muhanguzi wa miliyoni 18 na Uganda National Rotary nzahangwire urwo mu kuzana star 278 ash ngafuna message erikweka mu muhanguzi nashemererwa konka nabaza kugira ngo neri yafere sente ziriyo zona bakaziteka ko nazihangwire.
Uganda National Lottery. Dream, play, win.
Participants must be 18 years or older. Play responsibly. The Uganda National Lottery is operated by Ituba Uganda and regulated by the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board.
Kama nemo pocket tambula body street issues are my target. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. I'm in a plantation but on a global mission, internet ambition, full condition. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. Oro cash is gone, netaga yo kaloni, niga mukafoni, money in the zone. We are what? Unstoppable. We are what? Unstoppable. We are good.
With you and MTN together, our ambition is unstoppable.
We are what? Unstoppable!
Buza Commissioner, enhancing tax education and bringing it closer to the taxpayers. Many Ugandans have questions about the taxes they pay to URA.
When we come at revenue, they tell us to clear Chitenge at 10,000. And when we are selling Chitenge, we sell it at 17. So we don't know whether we are working or not.
Understanding your tax obligations can help you grow your business and avoid unnecessary losses. Now, you can get direct answers. Send your tax-related questions via WhatsApp or SMS to 0790-141-887, and the Commissioner General of URA, John Musinguzi, will personally address them. Tune in to UBC News Tonight every Monday and Wednesday for expert insights and clear explanations. Buza Commissioner.
Nebaza President Museveni okusingira ddala eyaleeta omwoga kubanga ffe omwoga twali tetugutegeera okubanga yatuyamba mu mbeera embi gye twalimu naddala ffe abavubi kubanga ffe twali baatugaana okukoola okugenda ku mazzi nga bw'omanyi abavubi batugamba nti ennyanja tesenguka sente tezaatumala mu covid baasanga tuli bakalu bulungi naye muzeeyi n'alagira batuwe era ne tukola essaako mu sipiidi ne tuteekamu ssente ne batuteekamu ssente baatuwa miliyoni 3 zaatuukira mu budde ate twali bamaze okutukkiriza ffe abatunda ebyokulya okuddamu okukola ki okukola ne tuziwola abantu abantu ne basuubula ebyennyanja ne bakola ne bazizza ne tuwa abalala nabo ne bakola ne bazizza ne tukolera ddala bulungi. Mu bammemba okutandikira ddala twali bammemba 125. Kati ng'essente ezo miliyoni 3 tetusobola zigabira bantu mulundi gumu. Twagendanga tulondamu abayinamu sevingi waabwe awera. Nga na bano bwe bagenda bakula sevingi waabwe nga bwakula kati bwe wazzanga era nga tukuddiza akakadde ezoleese nga tuza amagoba tuwa bano abalala abaali bataafuna. Ne tukolera ddala bulungi.
Welcome back from that short break. And now in our first business report, with the new digital innovations taking shape, business entrepreneurs are revising ways to keep up front. The insurance actor is not left behind, finding ways of penetrating the market. Jubilee Insurance has launched the NXTPE that ensures that clients make timely payments and supports automatic policy reconciliations with speed. The digital platform equally supports standing orders and standing order cancellations, making it flexible and adaptable to diverse client needs.
Is trying to tap into people that are not very elite and when they don't know how to read, they can't, the accessibility, the many complex issues that make penetration a bit difficult. The same way you have agents reaching all corners of Uganda and sourcing for business, it is the same approach we've taken to roll out NextPay. This is in a way that when I am deep down in Kiliandongo, some district, I don't have to look for an agency office. So we've made accessibility very easy. And therefore we believe that a customer can make payment from wherever they are without necessarily moving to look for a Jubilee Life Agency office. Yeah? And then, like I mentioned earlier, it's targeting the unbanked as well. The same way mobile money has created wallets for saving for the people that don't do bank accounts, it's the same approach we've taken. So you don't have to have a bank account, like I've said again. You can comfortably sit on your phone. It doesn't have to be very complex. Click on your NextPay portal and make a payment.
One problem which everyone faces is the whole process was not very simple. Making a premium payment, getting a receipt, getting a statement, and that's why there were dropouts which happen over a period of time. People start and then they drop out. So NextPay helps solve this problem by simplifying the overall experience of how the customers interact, with the products, with their account, making payment, downloading the statement, and do a lot more, just in few clicks. In a matter of seconds, they are able to make a payment. In a matter of seconds, they are able to download their statement. They can log a complaint if they are having an issue. So we provide the entire digital experience in and around the premium collection.
NextPay is a very convenient payment solution for your premiums. There are no delays. Make a payment, check out your statement, download, and be accountable for your life insurance policy. So for all the products that we have with Jubilee, one is able to make their payments via this platform. Oh yes.
In more business news, business stakeholders in Uganda are challenged to opt for advanced technologies to minimize risks and optimize profitability. In the stakeholders' engagement between bankers and financial technology experts, institutions rallied to streamline internal processes to enhance business digitization. Take a look.
Artificial intelligence is now a key tool for improving efficiency across almost every business sector. In developed countries, large companies often build and train their own AI models. But in many developing countries, these remain too expensive.
Yes, you might have something customizable, but that's something we can help you work on. It's easy to be able to manage from our side, but don't try to build the model from scratch. It's too expensive, too complex. You need also the experts for it.
Challenges like unclear regulations, high infrastructure costs, and scattered data sources make it hard to fully utilize AI in developing countries.
Deploying the latest Oracle AI technologies, using, of course, our Oracle Cloud infrastructure in terms of understanding their customers and being able to reach out to as many customers as possible.
Businesses are finding ways to use AI to create value, especially in cloud computing, financial technology, disease diagnosis, and data analysis.
Banks and the financial institution needs to catch up, and they can only catch up when they are able to, use analytics and use machine learning, use artificial intelligence to know the anomaly that these the so-called thieves have gotten into.
Artificial intelligence is seen as a powerful technology with great potential to boost productivity. In Uganda, sectors like agriculture, healthcare, and banking can benefit from AI, but they rely heavily on access to free, shared data and widespread computing power. Abdul Nasser Lubwama for UBC.
Sports news now. Football lovers in Hoima City braved a heavy downpour during a big league game between Buhimba United Saints FC and Ntungasazi FC at Chigaya Church of Uganda playground. The match, watched by thousands, ended goalless.
Buhimba United Saints FC was hosting Ntungasazi FC from Mityana in a goalless big league game at Chigaya Church of Uganda playground in Hoima. Ntungasazi missed 4 chances as Buhimba missed 2. Ntungasazi FC CEO Bob Ogwang and the patron Buhimba United Saints FC Reverend Ankolo congratulated the teams for the discipline displayed during the game.
We are giving wisdom and support everywhere, but we appreciate for the struggle that you have really shown. The zeal was to get the 3 points, but unfortunately we have come out with 1 point. But it is equally the same. We are not losing hope, so we should continue aiming high.
For now, let us enjoy this moment. Let's not allow what has happened to overshadow this moment. You guys have done so well. Like you said, this is for me to deal with him. Let us enjoy this moment. Let's enjoy this moment.
In other FIFA Big League across the country, games played over the weekend. Chigezi Homeboys and Black Power drew 1-1. Oduparak beat Busoga United 2-1. Chiyendi Boys beat Boma 2-0. And Ikataka lost to Karo Karunji 2-0. Mary Namkose, Salongo Kasbante, UBC News.
Thank you so much, Mary Namukose. And now that brings us to the very end of today's lunchtime bulletin. But before we go, as we kickstart the Holy Week, please endeavor to reflect upon the essence of Christ's crucifixion and reflect upon your actions, and let's do good by God. Thank you for watching. Up next is Football Extra. I'm Maureen Babidie. Good afternoon.